Hey cinema community, we're here at our local AMC. I was just dragged to see Borderlands. This is our extended review. Rebecca, what did you think?
I have a particularly love-hate relationship with this franchise, so I was kind of nervous going in. I had a right to be nervous. This is not a good movie.
God, I hate this movie.
I have to admit, was not excited about this movie. I knew so little about this movie.
It's on the weirdest, most dangerous dumpster fire of a world in the universe.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. Let's go check it out.
I feel like the characters are really one-dimensional.
Killed them all.
There's several scenes in the movie later you're like, wait, when was that? They must have deleted that in the editor's table and forgot about it.
I was so disappointed in this movie, even though I didn't have high expectations, but Jamie Lee Curtis.
I needed a gun, so you asked for it.
Kate Blanchett.
God, I hate this movie.
Kevin Hart.
Feel free to applaud.
Jack Black.
What's happening right now?
I'm expelling the excess lead.
People that I know and that I enjoy seeing didn't feel like they were at all present in the movie. It felt like just kind of some no-name actors in a forgettable movie.
If you're gonna have Jack Black phone it in as an iconic character in your franchise, why not get one of the iconic voice actors from your franchise? I feel like there would have been more heart and emotion to that character.
It was pretty sad. In our theater, there were quite a few people in it, but there were points when Jack Black was supposed to be the comic relief, a little bit of Kevin Hart.
Would you look at that? A ladder! Unfortunately, my design doesn't facilitate this type of...
Well, destiny awaits.
The line was delivered. Nobody laughed. It was quiet.
One of the hallmarks of Borderlands is the visual style. This movie felt like every other Mad Max movie you've seen, with the brightness turned up just a little bit. There's also some visual inconsistencies. There's a scene in the trailer where you see everybody having digital masks. Our characters, except for one other scene, are the only people wearing these masks. The total of 5 people in this movie wearing these masks. If you want to blend in, they're pretty obvious.
It was pretty sad. It led to a really predictable movie. In fact, I don't know the franchise, but I could tell where they were going with it. And it wasn't a fun journey to get there.
God, I hate this movie.
It just didn't grab my attention. I didn't have the investment in any of the characters. And it's sad when you go, gosh, I don't really care too much about what happens to these people.
This movie does feel like a video game. It's got an added fetch quest element thing. Find the thing. Get the thing. Find the thing.
Treasure hidden in some secret vault.
Get the thing. Run from one battle to the other. It gets exhausting, it gets repetitive, and I would have loved to see more time with character development. Instead, you're dropped in the middle of this scenario, and when random characters come up, you're supposed to be like, oh, there's a relationship history. There's not really much groundwork laid. It's just, oh, you're here. It gets very tedious after a while.
I didn't like the fact that there was dialogue and it felt like they were going to start to have some character development, start to have some relationship building, and the next thing you know, people are blowing up, things are flying, it was chaos ensues. The sad part is, we saw the movie in the middle of the day. I was having a really hard time staying awake. It was a lot of repetition and it just felt very fatiguing.
I want to compare this to another film that a lot of people might see this and think, hey, this reminds me of Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy, I felt like took more time to build its characters, give them quiet moments, kind of let you into their world. This is just, oh, this is happening. This is happening. After a while, I'm just like, get to the end, make that happen.
God, I hate this movie.
It felt like this may have been a one and done movie. I didn't get the obvious, oh my gosh, there's a sequel coming.
Feel free to applaud.
That being said, I do know that there's more to the story, so there may be a second one on the horizon. Rebecca, what do you think? Is it worth a watch?
I would say this is a skip it. Honestly, you're better off waiting for another 10 years when they inevitably try to reboot this franchise into something worth watching.
Honestly, I don't think it's worth a watch. Definitely wouldn't run out to the theater and go see it. I don't even think I would stream it. It feels like a skip to me.
This has been one of our extended reviews. For those in the comments, we want to hear from you. What's your favorite Borderlands character and why? If you want to check out some of our other extended reviews, click the links to the right.